I saw so much shit, dude. Santa Clarita is insane.
Yeah, it is. It's a bunch of like,
There's a
it's this
lot.
freeway white people just
Yeah.
doing whatever the hell they want with their
Yes.
drugs, sex, partying.
It.
It's
I
not
kind of want to live there, dude. It looked
like
kind of
the
cool.
show Euphoria. That's
Yeah,
basically where the fucking
dude.
show is.
It's what it felt like.
Yeah,
So.
well, a bunch of fucking kids with long blonde or colored hair.
Yeah. So I had to do a couple runs. On Saturday, I took my car, right? So
Mm.
they're like, "Can you go to?" So apparently, the actor, this fucking bald headed guy, I spoke to him. He was a pretty cool dude, but he either knows kung fu or boxing or something. Because on the first day, he was trying to warm up, and from the corner of my eye, I just hear him go, and he's like throwing punches, dude, like a fucking boxing master, and he's doing kicks and shit. So apparently, this guy kicked the safe and broke it. Now I don't know if it was a real save or a prop save.
About to say, like, you have to be fucking Hong Kong Fooey Bruce Lee to break
Yeah.
a fucking metal safe from like the 1950s.
Yeah, I was making jokes. I was like, dude, if you wanted to rob a bank, it'd be so easy. He doesn't need like a safe cracker. He just fucking yeah.
Brian, can you get in here real quick? Yeah. Ding. And the whole front of the door just falls towards you. Oh, that's good.
But I guess he broke a safe, and they're like, Luis, it's an emergency. You got to go to like a Home Depot or something or a Walmart. You got to buy Gorilla Glue. I'm like, Gorilla Glue?
That's not
Yeah,
gonna hold the
Gorilla
fucking.
Glue. I was like, all right, I'll go get Gorilla Glue. So like, I found a Home Depot, and I drive to the Home Depot, and I go and I see like a brown fellow, right? And I go, hey, excuse me, man. Do you know where I can find Gorilla Glue?
That's an emergency.
Yeah. And he goes, Gorilla Glue. And for like a second, I thought it was gonna go, we don't sell that shit here. And he goes, give me a sec. And he's like trying to remember. And I'm like, fuck.
Don't you have a computer in your pocket that tells you?
And then like another employee walks over to the aisle, and it's this woman, and I forgot her name, but he like calls her and he goes, do you know where we have the Gorilla Glue? She's like,
Gorilla
the Gorilla Glue. She's like, yeah, it's on aisle 12 by the paint. And he goes, oh, there you go. I'm like, thank you. I fucking ran, right?
That took a hard 5 minutes.
I go, thank you. And then I hear them in the background, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. So that's one thing, right? They sent me out again to Costco. They wanted a LaCroix and they wanted croissants. I'm looking for the LaCroix, and I'm like, okay, it should be with like the waters, right? Like in that general area. And I'm like sodas. And then I'm going through all the aisles. I'm like, what the fuck? Where are all these LaCroix at? They're not next to the Cokes or the Sprites or like Gatorade or Powerade or any of that shit. Or the waters. No, they were. They were like tucked in way far, like in a little tiny corner. I didn't know that. So while I'm looking around, mind you, I have my knife in my pocket and I have my gloves in my back pocket. I forgot I was carrying them. So I'm in the Costco and walking around, and this guy, he sees me and he goes, hey, excuse me, man. Do you know where I could? And then he stops because I didn't know he was talking to me. And I'm like walking around, and he goes, excuse me. Hey, excuse me. And then I turn around. I'm like, talking to me? He goes, yeah. Like in a dickish voice. He goes, yeah, you don't work here or what's up? I'm like, nah, I don't work here.
Or what's up? I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the face.
Yeah.
Or what's up?
I was like, nah, I don't work here. And he goes, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I was like, were you gonna fucking murder the guy that worked here because he ignored you?
Oh my god, yeah, he really changed his fucking
Dude,
tone.
yeah. He was like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm like,
I thought you were just a worthless employee that worked
Yeah.
at a fucking Costco. My bad.
He's like, I was having trouble looking for this thing. I was wondering if you knew where it was at. I'm like, dude, I don't even know where the fuck the LaCroix are at. I am looking for them too. And then so I was like, that's weird. Why was he gonna be such a like rude fucking dick about it? But whatever.
Worst thing, he just didn't hear you, or he's ignoring you. You can find
Yeah.
another fucker who works
Yeah,
here.
like what the fuck? You're gonna start a fight with me?
What
Or
was-
just 'cause
What was he looking for?
he never said,
Oh.
but I mean, I hope he found it. I don't know. I got the LaCroix. Oh, and I got the croissants. So that was Costco. And then nothing. So then that was another run. And then they sent me on another run to Best Buy to buy one hard drive. They wanted a Lacey hard drive, 4 terabytes, right? And I don't know if you know what it is, but it's that like orange hard drive, like rubber orange
Yeah,
around
like
it. And then it's like white in the
The
middle.
traditional ones that
Yeah,
producers and shit have.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, can you go find a 4 terabyte one at Best Buy? And if they don't have one, buy a 2 terabyte. I was like, that's fine. So I go to Best Buy. I walk over to like the computer area, and there's this like white boy, right? He's fairly fit. Um, he's got like a mullet type thing, but like curly. Like, all of it is curly, and it's going down. And he goes, "Hey man, do you need help?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I kind of hate Best Buy employees because they always think they're like hot shit. Like they think they know more.
They think they're Mr. Best Buy.
Yeah, like, oh, you don't know about this. So I walk up to him, I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for a Lacy hard drive, 4 terabytes, 4 terabyte Lacy hard drive. Do you have one? And he goes, what? I'm like, Lacy, 4 terabyte hard drive. And he goes, hmm? I'm like, oh, okay, you did this, all right? I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you made me do this. I didn't want to do it, but you made me do it. And I take out my phone, like someone that doesn't know. And I go, I'm looking for this. And I show him the picture. And I'm like, but not 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte. And he goes, okay. And he types it in his computer and he goes, so we have one that's 2 terabytes. I'm like, dude, I told you like 5 times I'm looking for a 4 terabyte hard drive. And he goes, 4 terabytes. Why are you being a dick? All right. And so he like types it in and he goes, oh, we don't have any. But if you like, we can order one for you and it should be here on Monday. I'm like, that's not going to work.
I need it.
Yeah, I need it now. And he goes, and instead of like offering me like the 2 terabytes again or saying like, oh, I'll look for another Best Buy that might have a 4 terabyte.
That's like the go-to thing.
Yeah, no, he just stays quiet. And I'm like, okay, what about the, I'm like, okay, you're not going to do it. So I'll do it for myself.
Yeah, you're doing
like,
his job. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, what about the 2 terabytes? Do you have 2 terabytes in stock? And he goes, it was so dickish, right? Because someone that wouldn't know anything would be like, oh, what's that? He goes, can you show me the SKU number again? And so I'm like, yeah, sure. And I take out my phone and I zoom in on the SKU number and I show him. But in my mind, I was like, come on, dude, no one knows what the fucking SKU number is. Realistically, like a normal older person, it's gonna be like, what SKU?
Can you just type in the fucking
Lacy? That's what I thought too.
2 terabytes.
But I was
does it match the picture?
And I was like, here's the SKU number. And I zoomed it in and I showed it to him. And without looking at the number pad, he's just typing it. I was like, all right, okay. I'm like, I get it. You fucking showing off your prowess over here. And so he finds it. He goes, yeah, we have 3 in stock. And I'm like, great. Can I have one? He goes, okay. So he walks out. Can't find it. Comes back. Asks the manager. They both go. Comes back. He finds it. Paid for it. Asked me for my number, right? Like an account or whatever. I give him my number. He goes, Tamron? I'm like, no, Luis. And he shows me the thing. I'm like, that's not me. And instead of being like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what's going on, but do you want me to like change your information or whatever? He goes, do you have another number that you might have with us? And I'm like, no. And he goes, okay, we're not going to use the number then. Fuck it. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. I don't care. I just want to buy this hard drive. Pay for the hard drive. I leave. I look at my messages because I had messaged the producer. I was like, hey, they didn't have 4 terabyte. I'm going to buy 2 terabyte. And she tried to call me, but she was using a different phone and I didn't have that number. So I didn't answer. And then she texted me and she's like, hey, can you buy another 2 terabyte hard drive? The director wants another one. Mind you, the director doesn't have any experience. This was his first directing project. I'm like, fuck, I got to go get this 4 terabyte. I mean, other 2 terabyte. So I walk in and I was trying to look for the same white guy. So I could be like, hey, I'm here for another one.
Tamron? No, that's not me.
No, that's not me. But he wasn't there. So I'm waiting, and this like he was there before. This fucking guy, like tall motherfucker, comes over. He has just a mustache, all right, no beard, mustache only. Walks over and he goes, "Hey, are you being helped?" I'm like, no, I'm standing here. He's like, what are you looking for? I'm like, I'm looking for a Lacy 2 terabyte hard drive. I show him the picture. I'm like, I'm just gonna go through all the steps here. So I'm gonna skip all the steps. Just you look at the picture. I'm looking for this. This is all I want. I'm like, I know you have 2 in stock, okay? Because I just bought. And he goes, oh, all right, cool. Yeah, I found it. I'm gonna go get it. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm waiting, and so I forgot what I look like. Right? My beard's really like small, and my mustache looks bigger than my beard. Right?
Yeah.
And then like the last year, the look for gay people was like mustache. Before the movie came out, fucking Maverick. Because after let me explain. After Top Gun Maverick came out, every guy started like just having a mustache, right?
I like how you're the expert on gay mustaches.
I have to be, okay? So before that, the look was gay mustache only.
It's a good look.
It's a cool look.
It's a great
Don't get
look.
me wrong.
In San Francisco, that's why I was trying to nothing but everyone mustache in like a 5 o'clock show. It's a great look.
It's a cool look.
I'm trying to rock the mustache.
So the dude comes back with my hard drive, right? Just a mustache. Comes over, sits down, and he starts like typing in whatever, and he goes, "So how's your day going?" And I was like, good. He was okay. And he starts typing away. And then he's like, "What's your number?" And I'm like, "I tell my number, right?" And he goes, "Tamron?" I'm like, "No." That's not me.
Someone should make a note, not Tamron in the Tamron account.
And then he's like, this dude was like, he was being pretty helpful, but in like a flirty way.
Yeah, too helpful, you might say.
He goes, "Hey, if you want, I could help you. It'll only take like 5 minutes." I was like, "Fuck it, dude. Just help me out." He goes, "All right, what's your name?" "Luis Garcia." And I started giving him information. He types it down.
"Hey, what's your favorite candy?"
he like puts it all down. I look at the screen. I'm like, "All right, everything looks good. Cool." And then I finally pay for it. And he gives me the receipt. I don't have the box. He has the box. He only gives me the receipt. He goes, "All right, cool. And here's your receipt." And then I stood there for like a couple seconds and I went, "I don't have the box, dude." And he goes, "Oh, that's right." And he had it like underneath his desk and he takes it out. And he gives it to me. I shit you not, dude. This motherfucker winked at me and went, "Have a good day." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I walked away. I was like, "All right, cool." And I walked away. I was like, "Why? What the fuck? What the fuck was that all about?" And it
You
wasn't.
thought you were cute.
And it wasn't until I got back and I was taking a piss. I was like, "It's the mustache." And then it didn't help that I was driving around in the producer's car because I carpooled on that day.
What was it, Prius or something?
It was a Subaru Forester, but it was like very personalized to her, like to herself. And her keychain had a bunny the size of my palm.
What? How you walk around with that in your pocket?
That's why.
So it's so I'm guessing it's out of your pocket, but that seems very inconvenient.
Yeah. So.
But this guy, this tall,
like,
dark,
all these
this tall, white, and
clues.
handsome with mustache.
Oh, this dude wasn't white. He was brown.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. He was white.
No, well, the other guy was white.
Well, tall, dark, and handsome with mustache. He thought, hey, there's another tall, dark, and handsome guy with
and
a so-so mustache.
And I was like, nah.
He ain't about that life.
I ain't about that life. Appreciate it, but I ain't about that life.
At least that would have made my day if a gay man would have hit on me.
And this bunny keychain is not helping me. And I walked out and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm leaving, driving back, and my friend calls me and he's like, "Hey, dude," because I borrowed money from him because I didn't have money and they didn't have like a production card.
What?
Yeah. She was like, "Waste your money, I'll reimburse you." I was like, whatever. So he calls me and he goes, "Hey man, can you buy me like hot Cheeto fries and a Dr. Pepper?" I'm like, "Dude,
this is a work trip. I can't do that.
I'm taking a pretty long time now. I gotta get back." And he goes, "Oh, so you're wasting my money and you're not gonna buy me some snacks that I want?" I was like, "Why are you being a dick, dude? Whatever. I'll fucking stop by." And I know there's like a Vons on my way. I was like, "I'll stop by the Vons." He goes, "Oh, thanks."
What a fucking asshole.
Yeah, so I go to the Vons. I get his chips. I get his Dr. Pepper. I'm at the cashier. In front of me, all right, is this girl. Now, this girl, the way she was dressed, top down, ready? It goes beanie, black beanie, green flannel with like a black shirt or a white shirt. Can't really remember the shirt color, but green flannel, like dark blue pants, like navy blue pants.
Yeah.
And then like white short shoes.
She's asking for fucking baked in sweatiness.
And it was this white girl. She was pretty, and she had dark brown hair, like straight dark brown hair. And what she was buying was alcohol, right? She had like a bottle of wine and a 6-pack of Coors Light. And it shocked me, right? I'm like, who the fuck buys Coors? Especially a 6-pack. This is whack. This is weird. And wine? The fuck is going on? So I'm looking at her. And so when she pays, there's the cashier. It's an older woman, like an old woman, like 60 maybe, right? Like she's about to retire, but she's like still like, "I'm gonna fucking work."
No, she got out of retirement.
Yeah, probably. She had like nothing else to do, so she went back. And so the girl gives her like the ID, and you can tell it's not a California one. It's like an out-of-state one. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, And then I look at her again, and she's hiding her face the whole time She doesn't look in my direction. She doesn't look in the other direction. She has her face down just slightly. And I'm like, okay, I see what's going on.
you
And
you catch the scheme.
and the old lady, she grabs and she goes, "Didn't I already check you out?" And the girl freaks out and she stays quiet and she starts like pointing at the ID, I guess for like the age or whatever. And then the old woman, she puts her glasses on. She goes, "Okay." She like magnifies it. She's like, "All right, cool." Gives it back. This girl, we're living in like the modern world, all right? There's Apple Pay and there's cards. This fucking girl takes out cash, right? And that
Okay.
was like my other clue. I was like, okay, she's using cash. That's weird. And then the third clue that like gave it all away for me was her hands were trembling.
Trembling.
Yeah, dude. Like she was worried he was gonna get caught. And I'm like, this girl just used a fake ID to buy alcohol for her like 18, 17-year-old friends over here.
Yeah, not knowing Core's fucking blows.
Yeah. Like, yeah. See, and I was like, this is
That's-
the funniest shit. And then I looked at her and I was like, yeah, she looks like way too young. And then I finally came back to reality, right? Because I was like so distracted in all this, and I was like, oh, this is funny. I've seen this in movies, but I've never seen it in real life.
Mhm.
This is great. Um, and then behind me, I had forgot to like put one of the sticks behind my shit so that the people could play. So I heard like whispers and people behind me, and then I turned slightly and I saw this woman, and I was like, oh shit, that's right, I have to do this. And I was trying to reach over for the thing, but she beat me to it. And like physically, I went, ah, fuck. And I like moved my hand like this. And I was like, whatever. And then I turned back, and then I heard two more women, and I was like, what? So I turned around slightly just to see who they were. Dude, oh my God. It was like these three Amazonian type blonde women. Like, they were so fine, just tall, like fucking towering me. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I got embarrassed immediately because I was like, I look like a fucking loser buying chips and a soda in front of these like Amazonian women.
What were they buying?
They were buying wine.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess they were gonna have like a
Amazonian party or something.
party, something like that.
Yeah.
But dude, they were dressed so nicely. They smelled so nice. Their hair was everything, dude. Everything was working for me, and I'm like, fuck my friend for like asking me to buy him chips and soda right now. So that happened, and then I just left. I was like, "Fuck it."
It's a good thing you did. Else you would have never seen these beautiful Amazonian women.
Yeah, and then
I feel like that's worth the trip going to like Avon's and hopefully see some beautiful Amazonian women.
like that's when I was like, "Dude, Santa Clarita's like insane. I don't see this shit anywhere else."
Damn, there's a fucking conundrum just shopping around.
But yeah, but it was funny. It was cool though.